Welcome everyone, welcome to the weekly mentorship and free video of the core content of the 2024 Super ICT mentorship. So as you can see, there was this weekly volume imbalance in which price was attracted to after we took this buy sell liquidity, which was a good target, and if you're gonna notice, we closed very close to it, if not at it. 104.263, and what is the close? 104.275. Yeah, very close again. But previous highs are a PD array, right? We do remember that. And if you look on the monthly chart, we have this big monthly fair value gap, this weekly inversion fair value gap, which I use from here, which, as you can see, when we were around here, I was already telling I'm gonna go long on indexes because this is so clean. We failed to get above this buy sell liquidity. We just touched consequent encroachment, very close to it, and then we gapped down. And then you could have used this level, this wick, as a rejection block from this high, and which we did. You can see that boom, we touched it, and then we created this order block here again to reject, which then created this weekly fair value gap, which we are right now. So if we go into a daily chart, what can we observe? Well, we have this weekly fair value gap that is still being respected. Bodies are still inside of it. And if we move this daily fair value gap, well, you can see that we failed to touch consequent encroachment. So my ideal perception on the market would be that we continue lower after failing to make a new high. Of course, I'm not betting my house or anything to it. I'm barely trading at the moment because conditions are weird since we got into the all-time high range. We got above the all-time high range and price just started acting weird, as you know. Of course, it was to be expected, and it's not that it's necessarily incomprehensible. It's just that after we take a massive level of buy-sell liquidity, well, you have all the algorithms, all the central banks, everybody trying to make money out of everybody, right? So what they're gonna do, well, for people that think we're gonna just grab the liquidity and melt, well, they're already shorted and their stop is probably eaten right now, or it's going to. And for the people that just continue long and went for a box breakout, for example, or for a breakout zone, so they expect price to continue, well, they've pretty much got chopped up because they entered at the high or near the high, and then now we're just consolidating in this range. Nothing too beautiful here. As you can see, we have this small candle, which I've kept from my own analysis, but I did not trade based on this. But as you can see, the bodies are pretty good respecting it. The previous highs, as I mentioned, are a PD array too. So the low of this candlestick, the wick, touches this to a tick, so it is extremely precise. As you can see, it's just 2 points away, and on NQ that's barely anything. It's just marginal error. So we are here. If we look at it on the 4-hour chart, we have this kind of market maker model. As you can see, right, we have this push to buy side, retracement, move to buy side again, a failure to take the highs, but move down followed. But after we went into this 4-hour fair value gap, in which we are bouncing from at the moment, but the 4-hour might have been not bad here, but as you can see, this wick is getting deep, and the PD array was respected overall. But if you look at the 4-hour chart, it's still continuing, but not for every one of them. And let me tell you the reason why. So look at the date and the time that this happens. Okay, so this happened on Friday, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. happens in New York and roughly London close. Let me show you on the hourly chart. (12:01) London close, and the lunch by macro, of course, and there we got it. After we went around here, if you keep your fundamentals, you're gonna be very good. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution, it's always like that. accumulation, manipulation, and once we got this massive wick, which is sometimes a signature of manipulation, we then went into expansion and got the highs. After that, failure to take buy side, retracement, failure to take sell side, but still we went again into the original consolidation, which was extremely good. If you know the 50% of the original consolidation, if you don't see an original consolidation here, you don't know how to reprice, because this went in the hourly chart into multiple candles, more than 10 candles, and that's when you can consider structure being actually kind of real. And that's why when we went here, it was respected here. I could have traded, but as you can see, the times of the entries are not the best. So this one happened at 3 a.m. London, and I was on vacation, so I was sleeping. This one happened on 6 p.m. post market, and I didn't trust it because of the fact that it was post market. And but still, you know, it did show a clear move. And after, once we got, or we tried to get these levels of liquidity here, we just failed again, but we grabbed some, and then after we melted again. As you can see, we have this volume imbalance. There we go, and we just wicked through it, of course, at the 2 p.m. silver bullet. Look at this. There we go. Of course, man, of course. I'm just getting back to it, and I'm going back on this extremely precisely, as you can see on the 15-minute time frame. As you can see, consequent encroachment is not letting the bodies go higher than it. And of course, something to note is the time, as always. So 2:30 silver bullet. Let's go into this a little bit smaller time frame. There we go, again on the 5, not closing above. The macro ended, we touched it here, again here, 235. So it's a post macro. This is not good. Let me adapt it. There we go. Now it's more clear. So it is pre-macro, and it's after the silver bullet. Let me go on this on the 1 minute time frame. The 1 minute time frame. That's crazy. Okay, we touched here again. Oh, we have more precision here. There we go. And we did went above it, but on the 1 minute you're gonna see these kinds of signatures of when price takes their resistance and then it just melts through it. Took buy side. You could have taken this. What do we have here? The delivery is not beautiful on the 1 minute, and you know, you kind of now start to figure out why I wasn't there and I wasn't putting effort to trade, because price can just do whatever it wants. Okay, getting closer to today, let's go look at this and what we're gonna do. Okay, Tuesday, so this happened. So let's just come back a little. If you are following, let's say, the overall trend, which happened on the weekly time frame, okay, we have this beautiful weekly fair value gap here, okay, you would go long at the open easily, because you would have expected price to take at least 18,130. In all honesty, tomorrow we have a holiday, so tomorrow I know the price is not gonna be the cleanest, but that being said, I have traded some of those days and it did work too, so it's not like they're completely banned. It's just that they're not the very best. Let me just go closer here. There we go. Might take 1 minute to just say how incredible traveling has been for my psychology. It really like taught me to let go trading and to just let the tape roll, but actually let the tape roll. Like most people, they think they do that, but they just don't. Like in order to this is even better. In order to be in your best in everything, you have to be at peace. And if you're working to get a pay, or you're trading for pay, or like you're trading for gratification, you're gonna trade poorly, because it's gonna be difficult for you to follow and to be able to go and to give actually your best. Your mind's gonna be too focused on the work rather than just being. And when you're being, that's when you can be the best version of yourself, because you just are. And it happens that on that zone, or what some people call the zone, it's where people achieve most of the success, and it's how they're able to sustain a lot of success. And so taking that break really did me good. I went into the sun, I got a tan, my mind is changed. It's like I'm a different person, and that's nothing can change that. It only cost me like maybe 4,000, and for me and my girlfriend, and nothing like that's a good investment that I did, because my mind is changed. Like I could have paid a $10,000 course to change my mind, or to have an NLP coach, or a coach, or someone to give me whatever insight about life, but I just went and experienced, and it was amazing. And as I'm speaking, you should be looking at what I do, because those are going to be the levels of interest. We have this 1 hour fair value gap. It's going to be a target if we're not capable of going into these levels, or if we take these levels right here and then we just start melting. Could happen. I've seen it happen. This is the 1 hour time frame, so it's nothing to joke on. Everything's so clean, and I'm really getting into a groove where annotating charts is kind of like an ASMR. Perfection. And this is exactly what I want to see you do. You have a scenario. If we take this buy side, what's going to happen? We might take this one, but we'll see the reaction here. If we fail to take this level of buy side liquidity, but we take this one and we're struggling to close above this one, where we're going to go? Likely fill this one. And with the narrative and everything, I would be curious to see what we do. Chop around this area could be great too. That would be probably the best thing. Chop around this zone, and maybe grab some buy side, drop here, buy side, drop here, and within the right time I can play these with the macros and the time, and just knowing how price is moving, what's in the macros right now. So we have this level expansion, this big CB that we might come back, this one, we have this thing here. Very good. So that's my intake for the weekly analysis. Let's get the chats active, and let's join the community. If you haven't, if you're watching this on YouTube and like you're just following this, I have flipped accounts a lot of times right now. I maybe have more than 30 PAs at the moment. Not all are active, but it's like I can pass an account pretty easily right now, and so my next step is a payout. I have 4 accounts that are ready to be taken money from. I just need a couple more of trading days in them, and it's all good to go. So that was it for today. If you look at the calendar of events, nothing big too, nothing extremely important. If you have to do something else this week, do it. If you have to trade, be careful and don't risk a lot of things. We are in the all-time high territory. I want this to be short and sweet, so we could just chop around here, take the liquidity, and gather more. And then if a black swan event happens, it would be the best case to just go melt all this thing, because we are in a greedy market. But at the same time, markets don't necessarily follow the psychological things of like the indexes in the economy. So that's it. This was amazing, and I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to produce more videos for you guys. Talk to you soon. Stay safe. Peace.